Welcome to Tea Time on Plus TV Africa, where we bring you the biggest entertainment stories. My name is Elsie Godwin, and I'm here with Ewa. Okay, I'm here with Chika Onwewo. Would you blame me?
This morning,
but will you blame me?
But you know I love that mistake.
Why?
Because my name is always supposed to come first.
Okay.
Okay, I thought you had no problem with it whatsoever.
No, you know,
now
ladies first, but sometimes I just like to have my egoistic male tendency. You know what I mean?
So now she called me Ewa, you feel very excited.
Ewa is my baby girl now, my bouncing baby girl.
It's a bouncing. If part is bouncing, let's know. Because where is the bouncing part?
But you know now, why are you not asking the question? You know what bounces?
Oh
Ewa is like a basketball
I'm so sorry.
court.
I apologize on behalf of you.
Yeah, we do.
You apologize? Ewa is proud of
This is, you know what's happening now? What's happening is what happened between MI and AKA. Yeah, he's busy apologizing. Like, oh God.
I said what I said.
I said what I said.
Yeah, like Ewa is a bouncing baby girl.
Why are you not looking at me? Am I Ewa? Please.
You bounce in other parts, but Ewa bounces in
Okay,
other
moving on real quick. Nicki Minaj announces retirement from music. She wrote, and I quote, "I've decided to retire and have my family. I know you guys are happy now. To my fans, keep repping me. Do it till the death of me, death of her, of course. X in the box, cause ain't nobody checking on me. Love you for life." Yeah, so there's been a lot of reaction. Some are saying she's definitely working on something. Some are saying this could be real. I don't know. What do you think, Ife?
First of all, I'm going to make reference to all the artists who have said
Why was I so sure you were going to do this?
Yeah, you know me and my research.
Okay.
Nas said it was retiring from music. Jay-Z said it was retiring from music. Beyonce said she was retiring from music. And they're still cashing out for music. So, at the end of the day, she's trying to sell her album. Because
you think she's working on an album?
She said she was working
I don't think.
Like
she said she's working on an album.
2 months ago.
And that a wedding is, she's going to do a white wedding after her album drops.
Yeah, her big
Do you
wedding.
understand? A big ticket.
I know, I saw it.
Hey, give me that. Yeah. So back to what I was saying.
You got to know.
Nicki Minaj. No.
Okay.
I'll try to remember the name because Nicki
Cardi B.
Minaj is never. On that page.
Where did I get
You're
this
the young to my yin
from?
this morning.
Okay.
I've retired Ewa.
Okay.
Tell her on Monday.
I'll tell her.
So right now, this is just all publicity stunts.
I think
we
so
all
too.
know that Nicki Minaj is never going to retire from music. When I say never, I mean never till the death of her. We'll keep rapping. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Like, I love Nicki Minaj personally, apart from the parts where she had to leave McMill for 3 months without, you know what I mean.
How is that your problem?
I don't understand.
It's my problem, because if any woman should leave me without my big problem. Please don't go and do surgery. Just keep it natural and give me my 3 months straight. You understand what I mean?
Like, if
Okay.
Okay. What's
No,
this
wait,
morning?
Chika.
wait. We're back to Nicki Minaj. So
I
Nicki
don't
Minaj,
understand.
if she's gonna retire from music, she has other stuff she's doing
Of
right
course,
now.
she
Yeah,
has
she's in
invested
the
a
Queen
lot.
Radio.
She has Queen's Radio.
Not just
She's
the
in the
radio,
Queen
they are
Radio.
behind the scenes things
Yeah,
that giving
behind
them
the scenes
real
stuff.
money.
And she's been shooting movies as well. I remember Barbershop 2. She was in that. She was in a lot of other movies.
The
and
Other
all of
Woman.
that. Yeah, The Other Woman. So even if Nicki Minaj retires from music, she will
She's good.
never stop being in the limelight because we'll keep seeing her.
And we'll
So
keep
I don't
looking
even
at
have a
the
problem.
Minaj and
Retire
Nicki.
from music. I only like few of your songs anyways.
Hey, God.
It's like you're talking from two sides of your mouth, but it's okay.
Please,
It's okay.
I love her, but I only like
let me
few
give
of her
my own
music, so-
opinion.
Okay, let's
What's
check
your
out.
opinion?
Okay, anyways,
It's my anyway.
No, because I like Nicki Minaj a lot, and she has been in the industry for 10 years. I mean, professionally that I know of for 10 years, and she's brought in her A game every step of the way. So I was
Sure.
I was watching the evolution of music, Nicki Minaj, just morning, just before the show, and I'm like, man, Nicki has had good songs, and I mean, she started this. She brought back
Nicki Minaj songs.
Please go ahead, just continue.
Massive
No,
Attack.
Oh,
Massive Attack with
God,
Sean
you have to
Garrett. That's from
indulge in
2010.
goodness.
There's Your Love from 2010. And let's
Your
put-
love is McMill.
She never knew Meek Mill in 2010. Are you joking?
Okay, so your love, which one? Sing it.
Your love, your love.
Terrible voice. Go on.
Let's bring it maybe 2012 Starships. I mean, Nicki has too many songs. I could list 100 off the top of my head. Let's not even start. But Nicki, why are you looking at me like that?
He's impressed.
I know. But of recent, she has been in this defensive mood. She's always trying to. Everybody's attacking her. Since the era of Cardi B, or you don't support female artists, this. So I feel like she's been trying a lot harder. She has been trying to defend herself. So a lot of people like me, I always say, Nicki, you're going to be the queen of rap. I don't know. I haven't seen any other rap artist that will get that spot anytime soon. So
Cardi.
Not anytime soon. Maybe in the next 4 years. But I mean, Cardi is like 3 years in the industry.
Remy Ma.
2 years. Remy Ma, she doesn't have enough tracks to cover that up.
What?
Nah, she doesn't. I mean,
You're
I can
90s
start.
Baby.
I know it's not. I know Remy Ma.
You're 90s baby.
What's that Remy
Don't
Ma?
worry.
What's that Remy Ma?
You're 90s baby.
There's one
Just
Remy Ma
don't worry.
song.
Don't try to argue. You're 90s baby.
I'm not. Okay, I am a 90s baby. I never said I wasn't, but the way you're making it sound like it's a bad thing, I'm sure you are too.
Yeah.
But moving on.
What? What? Do you really want us to go back to the
This is about Nicki Minaj. I feel like this is a very big publicity stunt. Queens last year didn't do so well, and I think Queens dropped August last year at the same time as this period. So she already. When did it drop?
I'm not talking about when it dropped. I'm talking about it not doing so well.
It didn't do that well.
Really?
Yes, it didn't do that well.
Statistics?
Yes, if you check the statistics as
compared
compared to Pink Friday. Pink Friday is a Roman. Pink
Not
Friday
compared to anybody
and Pink
else's.
Prince. If you compare
Actually.
it to if you compare
kidding?
Queens to it, yes, it didn't
Anyway,
do that
You know
well.
so
it was
you've made your
nominated at the
point
2019 Grammys?
Well, it was nominated.
Yeah.
It wasn't nominated.
Really?
Yes.
You sure
You
about
can
that?
check that
Alright,
anywhere.
while they check out that information,
It wasn't nominated
I
anywhere.
would just say my best Nicki Minaj song has to be Peels and Portions.
Oh, Lord! That's
Yeah,
why
no,
Elsie is my favorite person in the world. Move potions.
Oh,
Lord.
God. So moving on, please.
Can I be your pill?
No.
And your
Uche
portion?
Jumbo queries, is it Jumbo or Jumbo?
Jumbo.
Jumbo.
Yeah, so queries
Jumbo.
Senator 1.2 million naira hardship allowance. I mean, so I'm querying it though, because I don't know how you pay people for hardship.
I saw the whole list.
Allowance.
Do you know what? When I saw Uche Jumbo's post, I was agreeing with her till I said, why do you want to make me angry? You just want to farms me. Is that still I'm going with
Even when I saw the Nollywood, I'm like,
When I saw the Nollywood, she just ruined it.
No, she was just joking.
I don't
she
like that
wasn't
type
just
of joke.
No, they are
joking.
tweets, and she's saying if you're paying these people 1.2 million naira for hardship, for coming to sit down in that conducive place and buying them expensive cars, like we don't even understand the hardship. Then she's saying
allowance.
that's what she's saying. So she's saying they need the hardship.
She's not talking as a
personalize it.
Nigerian. She's talking as a
No, don't
Nollywood
explain.
person.
Are you
Let me
is your name-
whatever.
is your name
Let me
Nicki?
be done,
Ife,
please.
let her
So
explain.
she's just saying that if they can have that kind of environment for themselves and still be entitled to hardship allowance, then people in Nollywood, with what they go through to create the film,
They go through.
are you joking?
Some of them shoot in Banana Island.
So,
some of them shoot at
okay, let's even forget
Eco
about talking
Atlantic.
about the location. Do you know what they go through in getting the permits?
Do you know what I go through coming here every day?
Have you seen videos of
Don't personalize
what they call them
it.
now,
No,
touts,
don't
right?
try-
That's
no,
what they
no,
call
no,
them,
no,
harassing
don't-
these people on
don't-
set
no,
unnecessarily.
don't-
It's not about generalizing it, but I understand what she's saying.
It's
And
not
it's
even
not
generalization. I'm talking about personalizing it. Do not make it a Nollywood thing. We all need hardship
She is
allowance.
in the industry.
Living in
Talk
Nigeria,
about it from your
we're
own
going through
industry.
hardship.
Is she holding your account? Is she holding your Twitter handle? If you feel like you need it personally or Nigeria, you can tweet about it, but she's talking from the industry where she's representing.
This is what we've been talking about. This is what we've been saying about public figures and what they put out there.
Oh, God.
Do you understand? If you are going to fight for my rights, fight for my rights.
She's
She
not
wasn't
fighting
fighting for anybody's rights.
She's fighting as a
The
Nigerian
first
and how it
tweet,
affects
the
her.
first tweet was a
Nollywood-
Nigerian tweet. Like, I'm a Nigerian and I'm wondering
Do
why
you guys
the
even
senator
read
is getting
between the
down.
lines? She's
But
fighting for the Nollywood rights. And I'm telling
But
you
is
that
it wrong to fight for the rights of the industry
it's her
you're
work
working?
now. It's her
I don't
job.
understand.
It's her job line.
And as a public figure, you think because
As
you're
a public
singer,
figure, why?
you're an actress, you're an actor, whatever you are, you think that is the only right you have to fight for?
Wow.
Is that how
so
limited
please, how would you
are?
want her to tweet it and bring all your
Tweet
problems?
in the sense that, look, every Nigerian, every human requires
hardship
allowance.
Like, is that not a joke? How would you even expect a Jumbo to say that?
Really?
Exactly.
So, but Nollywood is not a joke.
No, hold on. I'm saying what you are saying is a joke. Because you cannot say we all. Are you saying
because I'm telling you that the Nigerian government has enough money to say that, okay, every youth
we are
in
broke,
Nigeria,
in case you don't know, this recession. The economy
we can't be broke if our ministers are getting 29.4 million naira monthly, and I don't know, everything there does not make any sense.
And you don't think you deserve
vehicle
that
allowance,
as well?
Newspaper allowance,
and
like,
you don't think you deserve
a
that
month
as well?
there's 6 points.
As long as we do not fight for ourselves,
right?
we
I
are
understand
never
the fighting for
going
ourselves.
to get anything.
But let's not channel our anger
No,
to Jumbo.
I understand the fighting for ourselves, but I would say
Jumbo.
if you want to fight, you should fight with knowledge and understanding how the economy is supposed to work. Not just fighting because you feel, oh, somebody's getting hardship, let all of us start getting it. That is not how any economy is going to move forward. What do you think they should do? I've always said it before now.
What's your minimum
that
wage?
Anybody,
what's your minimum wage?
That's coming out to say anything about the government or saying, vote for me. If you are not going to touch on how our, what they call them, people in the Senate and all that, lawmakers are getting money they are not supposed to get, I'm not interested, because at the end of the day, they are being paid what they are not supposed to be paid, because the gap between that and the minimum wage you're talking about is too much.
Kiss me.
It's time for a break, but you
don't want to tell me your minimum wage, right?
It's the hottest entertainment stories coming up right here, right now. This is Tea Time.
Thank you for the tea.
Between yourself and MI, who's the best rapper?
I'm the best rapper. MI is maybe second after Magneto.
Nice. Teddy's going to fry my brains if he saw this.
Give me your account number, make a transfer.
You get the money? Yeah. 4 million. I started getting scared when Yoruba boys started saying, you know, we worry people.
One thing is certain. If you are good, my dear, you are good.
My kind of person, I'm not ready to cry over any man.
You look like Jarul, no?
A lot of people say that.
Yeah, just the looks, that's all. Not the account.
Wow.
Welcome back. Our guest on this episode is a Nigerian alternative Afro singer, songwriter, pianist, blogger, music entrepreneur, and a film composer. She has won several singer-songwriter awards, and she has been a supporting act for various artists like Chaka Khan, Angelique Kidjo, Bob James, Asha, Bez, and several others. She performed the Nigerian national anthem upon the arrival of President Muhammadu Buhari on his first official U.S. trip as president. Let's make welcome the beautiful, warm, and talented, Kaline. Exactly. Okay, I had to get it somehow. Kaline, hi.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
How do you pronounce your surname? Akinkugbe,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not that bad.
So let's start with what I'm going to like to start with. Everybody likes to start with your career, who you are, and all of that. But I checked your musical influences.
Okay.
Yeah? And Micheal Jackson is your biggest musical influence. So what's your take on the old Micheal Jackson saga going on right now? Him having 2 cases after 10 years of death. What's your take on that?
It's a very good question. I haven't I'm not abreast with everything that's going on, but I'm a huge Micheal Jackson fan, especially when it comes to his music and his career. Does that make me a bad fan for not really wanting to get into all the cases and everything? But yeah, I don't really have much interest in that, to be honest.
But it's still, sometimes. You just know he makes good music, right?
Fantastic.
He made
the best
good
music. Yes.
The best music
Yes.
so far. Great. Right. Okay, so my follow-up will be on the fact that a lot of artists do not like to be boxed into the what's it called, alternative music genre. Now a lot of them will tell you no, I'm not making alternative music, I'm making good music, and it's okay for you to box it in whatever you want. But you kind of have owned it. You're an alternative Afro soul singer. Now you own that space and you're a live singer. Now, do you have a problem with the word alternative, or it's just cool?
No, I don't see it as a problem right now because I define it as it being alternative to what is popular right now. Best believe there will come a time where what is considered an alternative right now will become popular, and the Afro-pop might not be as popular as it is right now. So there's a space, there's a time, there's an era for different kinds of genres. We've even seen in the Nigerian music industry how we've evolved through different genres. There are always different trends, there are always different music that is popular. You know, even the word pop, like pop music, is considered popular music, and there are all sorts of genres that are packed into that one word of pop. So being alternative, yes, it's alternative to like what's popular, but there'll come a day where alternative artists
speaking
will
of
be reigning.
alternative, I've listened to your songs. I was in YouTube all through the week. Listening to Kaline, and I'm like, wow. I've seen you perform live, to be honest. I saw you at the Christmas in Lagos.
You were at the Christmas one?
Yeah, I was at the, what's it called? Ikoyi, the roundabout.
Falomo, you were there?
Yeah, I was right there too. Don't worry, I'm a very good guy.
Undercover fan.
Yeah, so I was right there too, and I saw you perform live, you know, with the acoustic, with playing the piano, doing all of that. Now, there's this thing about live music, and a lot of people just lip syncing to stuff. I can give you a reference like the Milli Vanilli. I don't know if you know about them.
Yes, of course.
That they were lip syncing, and then they got ripped all of their Grammy Award. But you do live. Now, how deep is that for you? And what's your creative process? And when you're making music, what are the 3 elements you put in place before you make a song?
Those are 3 questions you've asked in one.
Yeah.
Okay,
Triple barrel.
Performing live, it can be a lot of pressure sometimes. I'll say that in this environment especially, there are always things that go on behind the scenes before you get on stage that can really affect, you know, how you deliver a performance. So you have to really have a thick skin and really understand what works for you just before you get on. You know, all singers have their own like various types of rituals that you do before you get on, whether it's you pray, you meditate, you decide to just go silent for like the last few hours before you perform, which I've started to do.
So prayer, staying silent, too.
Yeah, and then warming up your voice, stretching, there are all sorts of things. And then just performing live is really a joy for me because it also makes me challenge myself more and more. You know, as I try to push the gamut forward every single time. You know, hitting higher notes and performing and dancing and all that stuff. So I want to have a career that stands the test of time. I want to perform in stadiums. I want to be the Adeles, the Beyoncés. So I want to be considered like, you know, among the excellent musicians of the world. So that's really my vision. In terms of creating music, as you said, 3 things I need to have in place. That's a hard question. It differs.
I know, right?
It differs. Okay, let me answer it like this. How I start writing a song can be in different forms. It either starts with a beat, it starts with me playing some chords on the piano, or it can start with words. So it's different, different things, different influences.
But which one helps you the most? Starting with words, starting with a piano, or starting with a beat?
Words.
Okay, so I'm a big fan of blogging, and I noticed that you started the blog, and you said study for certain reasons.
Yes.
I love blogging, but blogging for impact, so just
exactly, it's important, right?
Why did you start that platform, and do you think you're achieving that purpose?
I wanted to start a musicianinlagos.com because I felt a lot of musicians. Number one thing is that we all go through various challenges in this environment. And a lot of us feel like we're just on our own going through it. You know how like you have problems and like you just think that I'm the only person that's carrying this whole burden. But every time I talk to musician friends, they always tell me they're going through the similar things that I go through. So I'm like, we all need to like share stories a bit more. We all need to like sort of make each other aware of the fact that it's all a collective problem with our infrastructure. And I also wanted to create like a platform where people looking into our environment and our industry diasporan musicians, whether Nigerian or not, to come to know that, to navigate the industry better. So on the blog, I've got things like venues that you can perform at. I've got sound engineers, like how to choose the right sound engineer. And then I've even got information like, you know, if you want to have a wedding and like how to choose a DJ. So it's the target audience, it actually differs. Like it's not just musicians and diaspora musicians, it's also just people who are interested in music. You know, if you like, I have an event, a calendar section where, you know, what are the latest music events coming up and stuff. So
are you achieving that purpose?
Slowly but surely. It's a lot of work to be blogging and performing and other stuff, writing for film and stuff. So it's a lot.
All right,
So I want to take it. So I want to take it back to when you were talking about the evolution of Nigerian music, and I feel that Nigerian music has actually, you know, evolved from where it used to be 10 years ago. For example, alternative, as it is a genre now, wasn't such a big deal 10 years ago, and we have come this far to accept alti artists like Santi, you know, a lot of people. Where do you Odonsi, Johnny Drill? I mean, these people have their own platforms. It might not be as big as the mainstream, but they are mainstream in their own, you know, right? So where do you see the diversity of Nigerian music in the next 10 years?
In the next 10 years, I mean, I definitely see a whole new genre being like the trend, for sure.
You think
10 years is a long time.
music would be a genre?
Do I think
Alternative music would be a
it would be a much bigger genre, a much more mainstream genre. And 10 years is even too long. I think in the next 3, 4, 5 years, to be honest.
Okay, so are you working on something right now? What should people look out for?
I'm working on so much. Thanks for asking. Working on an album which will be released beginning of next year. All the songs are written, so I just need to like do the recordings and stuff.
Any features?
I'm not gonna say anything.
We need to know. Okay, how many features?
2. Right now.
Are they in the alt?
I'm telling you too much.
I just want to guess. Are they the mainstream or?
Right now, the 2 that are confirmed are in the alter genre.
I know, but I'm not going to say anything.
But there are like, there's some, we're trying to make some connections with like some like mainstream artists. So we'll see.
Okay.
And then I have a really big show, my usual annual Kaline live show in December at Terra Culture. December 7th, it's happening, and it's going to be much bigger and much more exciting and a lot of surprises.
How bigger?
In terms of, I mean, Terra Culture can only take 450 seats, so yeah, it's as big as that. But in terms of just everything that we're doing, the preparations, like the set design, like, you know, the costuming, the lighting, the visuals, just everything is just bigger and better.
So it's going to be more theoretical.
Definitely, definitely.
So I want to focus on the film scoring industry in Nigeria.
That's what I was going to ask.
That's why you're the yang to my yin. All right, so the film scoring industry is one industry that hasn't really been tapped into, because when you watch Nollywood movies and Emeka goes to Lagos and Emeka makes money.
Yes,
Emeka don't go Lagos, so Emeka don't make money. You know, that's what they usually do.
Yes.
But scoring the music for movies is an industry that hasn't really been tapped into. So I noticed you're working with Kemi Adetiba, or you worked with Kemi Adetiba.
Yes.
For King's Women series and all that. So going forward, what do you plan to do differently in the film scoring industry?
I hope to get more and more jobs. You know, there's still like I don't know what to call it. There are a lot of directors out there, I think, who probably do want really, really world-class scores, but 1, there's a low budget for it, and 2, they just decide to use generic music that's already online. You know, there's a lot of databases that have film scoring music, so people can just buy and put in their music, and it's like licensed, copyright free, all that stuff. So I just hope we get to a point where directors start to realize that they actually want original music, they want original songs. What I'm actually very, very interested in right now is music theatre, because I feel like there are a lot more plays, there's a lot more stage stuff going on, stage productions, a lot more musicals happening in Nigeria. And that's actually what I want to, not necessarily score for, but I want to start writing more music, original songs.
Okay, we have less than a minute. So
no!
Wait, but please, can I ask for a special request?
Sure.
Stranger,
Okay.
Okay.
You have another
But you know,
one.
if you've been talking so long, like I think the ladies. It's all about the ladies actually.
Okay, so what do you want her to
quickly.
sing?
No, I actually want you to cover Seal, A Kiss from a Rose, because I saw it when you did that.
Okay.
It was really nice.
Okay, we have 30
that's
seconds,
somebody
right? Yeah,
else's
30
song.
seconds.
I want something that belongs
30
to
seconds.
us.
Baby, I compare you to a kiss from the rose on the grave. Ooh, the more I get of you, the stranger it feels, yeah.
Speaking of strangers, please move to strangers.
Now that your rose is in bloom, a light hits the gloom on the grave. We all sing together.
That's how we wrap up. Don't let me spoil my...
Why you guys ruin my vibe? Can I have stranger? Can she sign out with stranger?
That's how we wrap up this episode.
Okay, so can she wrap up with stranger?
You can join the conversation live by using the
Can you just wrap up with
hashtag Tea
stranger?
Time on social media or
I'm
Twitter
not going
to
to
us.
come for the afternoon.
Applause
show.
TV Africa. Thank you, as always, go to my stubborn co-anchor, as I always say, Ifeoluwa
Stranger.
Osunkeye, and of course, Chika Onwewo,
Stranger.
and my entire production team, and of course, our guest, Kaline. Thank you for being here.
Stranger.
My name is Elsie Godwin saying thank you for watching, and see you later. I'll deal with this guy.